Before we begin, I want to place this journey in the right spirit. This isn't a reading of Florence Scovel Shinn's original text. It's a guided sleep reflection inspired by the laws she returned to again and again. The power of the spoken word, divine order, non-resistance, perfect self-expression, love, health, and supply. What I appreciate about the game of life is that it's not only a money teaching, it's a whole life teaching. It asks us to stop treating wealth as a separate little problem and to remember that supply is connected to the way we speak, the way we rest, the way we love, the way we work, and the way we receive. So tonight, let this be simple. Don't try to study these words. Don't try to remember every phrase. Let the teaching become atmosphere. Let it become a gentle current. Let it meet the deeper part of you while the busy mind is allowed to rest. You found your way here to this sacred space of rest and reprogramming. As you settle in tonight, as you prepare your body for sleep, let it be known from this very first moment that this is a transmission designed for the deepest part of you, the part that awakens as your conscious mind falls asleep, the mind that analyzes, that worries, that tries to figure things out, that is the faithful gatekeeper of your being, and its work for the day is now done. It has protected you, it has planned for you, and it has carried you through the hours, and now it is time for it to rest. And so you are given full and complete permission to drift away at any moment. In fact, that's the very point. It's not only safe to fall asleep during this message, it is encouraged. For the moment you begin to drift off is the moment the true work begins. Think of these words not as a lecture to be learned, but as a spiritual lullaby, a gentle, steady current of truth that will carry you into the deep, healing waters of your own soul. The part of you that never sleeps, your subconscious mind, your higher self, will hear and absorb every word, every truth, every loving instruction. Even if your conscious mind wanders or has already drifted into sleep, there's nothing for you to do, nothing to remember, nothing to force. Your only task is to breathe, to soften, and to allow. Let's begin this journey of softening together right now. Bring a gentle awareness to your breath without needing to change it in any way. Simply notice the air as it enters your body and the gentle release as it leaves. Each breath is a wave of peace, and each exhale is a wave of release, carrying away the residue of the day. And as you continue to breathe so easily, bring your awareness to the very top of your head. Imagine a feeling of warmth and softness beginning to spread down across your scalp, releasing all the tiny muscles there. Allow this wave of relaxation to flow down into your forehead, smoothing away any lines of worry or concentration. Feel the day's thoughts simply dissolving in this gentle warmth. Allow your eyes to feel heavy and soft behind your eyelids, releasing the need to see or analyze anything at all. Let this peaceful feeling flow into your temples, and especially into your jaw. This is a place where so much of the day's effort is held. Just allow a gentle space to form between your teeth, letting the jaw hang loose and heavy. Let this wave of release pour down into your neck and your shoulders, a place that has carried so much weight. Feel your shoulders melting down and away from your ears, as if you are setting down a heavy bag you didn't even realize you were carrying. You can let it all go. Now this softness flows down your arms all the way to your fingertips. Your hands, which may have been busy all day, can now rest. Feel them becoming heavy, warm, and open, letting go of all need to control, to hold on, or to do. They're simply open now, ready to receive. Bring this gentle awareness now to your chest, to the area around your heart. And just soften this space, creating room for your breath to move easily and deeply. With every beat of your heart, a rhythm of profound peace is echoed through your entire being. Allow the relaxation to sink deeper into your stomach and your abdomen, unwinding any knots of worry or anxiety that may have gathered there. Feel your whole torso becoming soft, heavy, and deeply relaxed. Finally, let this peaceful, heavy feeling flow down through your hips, your thighs, your knees, all the way down to the soles of your feet, releasing all the walking, all the running, all the standing of the day. Your entire body, from head to toe, is now in a state of profound and complete rest. Heavy, calm, and deeply peaceful. And from this place of deep physical stillness, your mind becomes quiet. Your spirit becomes open, ready to be carried into the sanctuary of sleep. And in that deep and peaceful place, as you are carried into the sanctuary of sleep, we'll begin to remember the true rules of the only game that matters, the game of life. It is a game being played, a quiet, sacred, and often misunderstood game. And it is the only game you have ever come here to play. For so long, you may have felt as though you were playing it with an incomplete rulebook. You were taught the rules of the world, the rules of effort, of struggle, of pushing, and of planning. The world told you that to win, you must strive, that to succeed, you must sacrifice your peace, that to be worthy, you must be weary. And so you have played by those rules, because they were the only rules you were given. You have striven, you have worried, you have carried the heavy weight of a game that felt at times like it was rigged against you. The late nights, the silent questions whispered into the darkness, the familiar feeling of running on a wheel that never quite reaches a lasting destination of peace. You know this feeling, the deep exhaustion not just of the body, but of the soul. But tonight, all of that changes, because as you continue to drift now into the sacred velvet quiet, the true rulebook is being opened within you, and its pages are not filled with the complex laws of man, but with the simple, profound, and powerful laws of grace. This is a remembrance you'll absorb. You don't even need to remember how this happens, you just need to allow it to be true. As you continue to find your most comfortable place, letting the full weight of your body sink down, down, into a state of perfect and complete support, you continue to give yourself this great gift, the gift of letting go. Letting go of the day that is done, letting go of the need to figure everything out, letting go of the heavy burden of trying so hard. The game of life, you see, isn't a game of competition against others. It is a game of alignment with yourself. It's not about conquering the world outside of you. It is about harmonizing with the divine design that's already and has always been vibrating at the very center of your being. What stands out to me in this teaching is the wholeness of it. Florence was never only pointing to one corner of life, she was pointing to order. And in this divine game, the game board is a perfect square, the square of life. It has 4 equal, beautiful, and inseparable sides. The square of vibrant health, the square of overflowing wealth, the square of unconditional love, and the square of perfect self-expression. The world, with its inverted rules, has taught you to chase one of those squares, the square of wealth, often at the expense of the other 3. You may have sacrificed your health for your work. You may have neglected your true purpose in the pursuit of a paycheck. You may have felt that love was a luxury you could attend to later once your security was established. But that is the hidden secret to why the game has felt so difficult. It is like trying to build a magnificent house with only one wall. It cannot stand. It will always be unstable, always vulnerable, always feel as though it is one small gust of wind away from collapsing. But tonight, a new way is being remembered. A new foundation is being laid, not upon the shifting sands of the world's logic, but upon the unshakable bedrock of spiritual law. As you sleep, your soul is being taught to build your life from a place of divine order. You are beginning to understand, on a level deeper than words, that when you align with your perfect self-expression, when you allow your body to return to its natural, God-given state of vibrant health, when you learn to live in the high and holy frequency of unconditional love, the fourth square, the square of wealth, fills itself. It's not chased, it's not forced, it's not a struggle. It becomes the natural, inevitable, and effortless result of a life lived in perfect harmony with its own divine truth. It is the beautiful consequence of alignment. So let go now. Let the gentle current of this voice carry you away from the noisy shores of worry and into the deep, quiet, infinite ocean of spirit. There's nothing for you to do but receive. There's no problem you need to solve tonight. The solutions are already being delivered to you in your rest. And you don't even need to know what they are. You simply need to rest as they arrive. Tonight, you are not learning how to play a new game. You are remembering that you are the game. You are the board. You are the player. And you are the prize. And as you sleep, you are finally remembering how to play and how to win with grace. And if you are still hearing the sound of my voice, that is perfect. And if you are already drifting deep into the landscape of your dreams, that too is perfect. For every word is a seed being planted in the fertile garden of your soul. Whether you hear it with your conscious ears or not, there's nothing to hold on to, nothing to analyze. Simply allow your breath to be your gentle anchor, pulling you deeper and deeper into a state of profound peace and total receptivity. And as you continue to rest, we now turn our awareness to the very foundation of your being. In this version of the journey, we begin where I believe the whole teaching has to begin. Not with chasing money, not with forcing proof, but with the life that's asking to be expressed through you. We begin now with the cornerstone upon which your entire reality is built. Peace, by perfect, radiant peace. We begin with the most important square of life, the one from which all others are nourished, the one that gives meaning and direction to all that you are and all that you do. We begin tonight in this deep and sacred rest with the remembrance of your divine design. There's a divine pattern for your life, a sacred and perfect blueprint that was designed in the mind of God before the world ever began. It's not a pattern of struggle or of compromise or of settling for less than your heart's truest desire. It's not a design that requires you to be anything other than what you already are at your core. It is a pattern of pure, unadulterated joy, a profound and meaningful purpose, of boundless, effortless creativity, and of a deep soul-level fulfillment that the outside world, with all its fleeting pleasures, can never give, and with all its shifting circumstances, can never, ever take away. This divine pattern is your perfect self-expression. It is the work you were born to do, not with strain, but with song. It is the music you were born to play, a symphony that only you can compose with notes that are unique to your own soul. It is the unique and irreplaceable gift that you and only you were born to give to this world. There's a space in the great and glorious tapestry of creation that was woven specifically for you, a space that has been waiting for you. And as you sleep tonight, as you drift in this ocean of peace, you are remembering how to step into that perfect place effortlessly and with grace. For so long, the world, in its well-meaning but limited wisdom, may have convinced you that your purpose was a mystery to be solved, an elusive prize hidden at the end of a long and arduous race, something you had to find, something you had to struggle for, something outside of yourself that you had to earn through countless trials and tribulations. The world taught you to look for your purpose in job titles, in academic degrees, in bank accounts, in the approval of others. It taught you that purpose was a destination, a final arrival point, and that the journey to it must be difficult, filled with sacrifice and toil. And this endless outward search, this constant striving to become something you weren't yet, may have left you feeling tired, confused, and deeply disconnected from your own inner knowing. The question, "What's my purpose?" can become a heavy burden, a source of quiet, persistent anxiety rather than a wellspring of joyful inspiration. It can feel like a test you are perpetually failing, a destination you can never quite reach. This feeling of being slightly off course, of missing some vital piece of information, is a common human experience, born from a simple, profound misunderstanding of how the game of life is truly played. Imagine for a moment a beautiful, ornate key. You've been told your entire life that this key unlocks the door to your ultimate happiness and fulfillment. You've been told that the key is lost somewhere out in the vast, wide world. And so you have searched. You have looked under every stone of achievement. You have peered into every corner of other people's expectations. You have climbed the ladders of success, hoping to find it at the top. You have dug deep into books and teachings, hoping to find a map that leads to it. But the search itself has become the burden. The pressure to find the key has taken the joy out of the journey. But as these words wash over you now, like a gentle, warm, cleansing rain upon the dry ground of your mind, a great and peaceful reversal is taking place within your very being. The frantic search is ending. The internal struggle for clarity is dissolving. The need to figure it out is being replaced by a profound willingness to allow it in. Because the truth, the simple and profound truth, is being remembered in the deepest sanctuary of your soul. The key was never lost. The key has been in your own pocket the entire time. Your purpose isn't something you find. It is something you allow to find you. It's not something you achieve through force of will. It is something you remember through stillness of spirit. It's not a distant destination you must race towards. It is the very ground you are already standing on, the very air you are breathing, waiting with infinite patience to be recognized and embraced. Tonight you stop searching. You stop striving. You simply stop. And in that stopping, you allow everything to come to you. You are releasing the heavy oar you've been using to row against the current, and you are finally, peacefully, allowing the river of life to carry you exactly where you need to go. As you drift deeper and deeper now, into a state of perfect, peaceful, and receptive rest, the noise of the world's expectations begins to fade away completely. The chorus of voices telling you who you should be, what you should want, how you should live. It all softens into a distant, meaningless hum. The sharp whispers of comparison, which have for so long stolen your joy. The heavy weight of shoulds and supposed to that have dictated your choices. They are all losing their power over you. They are dissolving into the vast and peaceful silence of your own inner space. Imagine a still, deep lake at dawn. For years, the winds of the world, the opinions of others, the fears of your past, the anxieties for the future have stirred its surface, making the water cloudy and opaque. These winds created ripples and waves, distorting the reflection of the sky above, making it impossible to see what lay in the deep. But tonight, as you rest, the winds have ceased. The air is perfectly still. The world outside has gone quiet, and all the sediment, all the cloudiness of the world's thinking that has been stirred up for so long is gently, slowly, settling down to the bottom. You can almost feel this settling happening within you now. A quieting, a stilling, a great and gentle release. And as the sediment of old thoughts and borrowed beliefs settles, the water of your consciousness becomes crystal clear. So clear that you can see all the way to the beautiful jeweled floor of your own soul, where the truth of who you are has been waiting, undisturbed and perfect all along. This is the clarity that's returning to you now. A clarity that doesn't come from thinking harder, but from resting deeper. It is a clarity that's not found, but revealed. It has been there all along, beneath the surface of the turmoil. And in that sacred silence, in that profound clarity of your own being, a new voice is beginning to emerge. It's not a loud or demanding voice. It is a quiet, steady, and infinitely loving voice. It is the voice of your own soul, the voice of your divine design, It has been there all along, patiently waiting for this moment, waiting for you to become quiet enough, still enough to hear its call. It has never left you. It has only waited for the winds of the world to die down, so its gentle whisper could finally be heard. The question of, what should I do with my life, is a question born of the analytical mind. And the mind, for all its cleverness, is a tool of the past. It can only look to the past for its answers. It is a magnificent library of all that has been. It can only assemble a future based on the evidence of what it has already seen, the limitations it has already experienced. It builds with old bricks. It paints with familiar colors. It is a wonderful servant, a faithful protector, but a very limited master. It can keep you safe, but it can't make you soar. But your soul doesn't ask this question. Your soul already knows. It is never for a moment forgotten. It knows the path of your greatest joy. It knows the work that will make your heart sing with a feeling of deep and resonant rightness. It knows the unique and beautiful way that divine intelligence desires to express itself through you, and only through you. Your soul knows the notes of your unique song. It's not a song you need to learn, a song you need to practice until you are perfect. It is a song you need only allow yourself to sing. And as you sleep tonight, a powerful permission is being granted from the highest part of you to the deepest part of you. A permission to let go of the need to know the entire map from start to finish. A permission to release the heavy burden of the 5-year plan, the 10-year goal. A permission to simply trust the very next step that's gently and lovingly illuminated before you. The path doesn't need to be seen in its entirety. Only the very next step, glowing softly in the quiet of your awareness, is all that's ever required. And as you take that one step in faith, the next will be revealed, and then the next, and the next. It is a path that unfolds before you, not one you must carve from stone, your subconscious mind. That faithful and obedient servant that governs your automatic reality is now being recalibrated. It is being tuned to a new, higher and more subtle frequency. The frequency of divine intuition. You see, Spirit doesn't speak in long, logical explanations that satisfy the ego. It doesn't hand you a detailed blueprint with every step outlined. That's the way of the world. The way of Spirit is one of trust, of flow, of gentle discovery. It speaks in quiet nudges, in peaceful hunches, in sudden inspired ideas that seem to come from nowhere, flashing into your mind like a single bright firefly in the dusk. It speaks in a feeling of rightness, a quiet inner yes that resonates through your entire body, a feeling of expansion, of peace, of coming home to yourself. These are the divine breadcrumbs. These are the golden threads, and they are designed to lead you, step by peaceful step, along the golden path of your perfect self-expression. They are the language of your soul, speaking to you in every moment, not just in great epiphanies, but in the small and quiet moments of your day. For too long, the logical mind, the ever-vigilant protector, the gatekeeper of your reality, may have dismissed these whispers. It may have called them impractical, foolish, or risky. It may have demanded proof. It may have demanded a guarantee of success. It may have insisted on a logical reason for every move. And so the golden path of your soul remained obscured, veiled by the fog of logic, waiting patiently for your trust to blossom. The gatekeeper was doing its job, keeping you safe within the walls of the known. But your soul longs for the adventure, the beauty, and the abundance that lies just beyond those walls. But now a new trust is being born within you, a deep and abiding trust in this sacred inner guidance system. Your subconscious mind is being instructed, gently and lovingly, to recognize these divine leads, to honor as the holy communications that they are, and to inspire your waking self to follow them without hesitation or fear. It's not important to follow every word of this now, only to rest in the feeling of peace that these words create. The deepest part of you hears and accepts this truth. The need for external validation, for someone else to approve of your path, is falling away. The only validation you'll ever need is the feeling of peace and quiet joy that confirms you are on your right path. This inner compass is now being polished and made true, and your ability to read it is becoming effortless and natural. The fears that have kept you small, that have kept you stuck in the safe harbor of the familiar, are now being dissolved in the gentle, loving light of this remembrance. We'll take our time here, in this safe and protected space of your sleep, to address each of these fears with profound love and compassion, allowing them to be healed at their very root. Let us speak now, in this safe and quiet space, of the fear of making a mistake, that subtle tension that can arise before a choice, the hesitation, the worry of getting it wrong. It is the voice of the old rule book, the one that said there's only one right way and 1,000 wrong ones. But this fear is now being gently addressed. Imagine it as a cold, tight knot in your energy field, a fist clenched around the need for perfection. And as you sleep, that knot is slowly, gently beginning to soften. A gentle warmth is spreading through it, a warmth of acceptance and grace. You are remembering now, on a soul level, that on your divine path there are no mistakes, only lessons. There are no wrong turns, only divine detours that hold unexpected treasures and teach you what you need to know. Every step is a part of the perfect unfolding. The universe doesn't judge your steps. It only responds to them, guiding you ever forward. And so the pressure to be perfect is lifting from your shoulders, replaced by the freedom to be present, to be curious, to be human. You are being given permission to be a beginner, to explore, to learn as you go, knowing you are always divinely guided and protected. And now let us speak of the fear of choosing the wrong path. This is a deeper anxiety, a feeling that one wrong choice could derail your entire destiny. But this belief, too, is a product of the old, limited thinking. You are remembering now that your true path isn't a single, narrow, unforgiving road. It is a wide and beautiful landscape of possibilities, and every single step taken in the direction of joy is a step in the right direction. You can't get it wrong when you are following the compass of your heart. Joy is your true north. This anxiety is being replaced by a sense of adventurous peace, a trust in the journey itself. You are releasing the destination and falling in love with the process of becoming. You are learning to find the purpose in the step you are taking, not just in the place you are going. And the fear of not being good enough, smart enough, or talented enough. This is a deep and tender wound for so many, the feeling of being an imposter, of lacking what it takes. But this too is being healed now, in this deep and loving place of rest. For you are remembering that the divine wouldn't have planted a desire, a dream, a purpose within you if it had not also equipped you with every single thing you need to bring it into glorious form. Your gifts are perfect for your journey. You are enough. You have always been enough. This deep-seated doubt is being replaced with a quiet, humble, and unshakable self-assurance. You are a unique and perfect expression of life, and your gifts are needed. You are remembering that you aren't the creator of your gifts, but the channel for them. And the divine channel is always perfect for the substance that flows through it. You don't have to be perfect. You only have to be willing, and in your sleep. A great willingness is being born in you. Finally, the fear of what other people will think is losing its hold. The fear of being judged, misunderstood, or rejected for following your own true north. For your soul is a sovereign, and its allegiance is to the divine truth within, not to the fleeting opinions of the world. This need for approval is being replaced by a profound self-acceptance, a knowing that your unique expression isn't only valid, it is essential to the wholeness of the universe. Your light isn't meant to be hidden or dimmed to make others comfortable. It is meant to shine brightly and unapologetically. As you shine, You give others permission to do the same. You are remembering that those who are meant for your journey will celebrate your light, and those who don't are simply not meant for your path. And that is perfectly okay. In the place of these old fears, a quiet, unshakable confidence is taking root. A knowing that when you are on the path of your divine design, you can't be in the wrong place. You can't be with the wrong people. You can't be at the wrong time. The entire universe, in all its magnificent power and intelligence, conspires to support you, to guide you, and to provide for you in the most magnificent and surprising ways. Because when you are doing the work you were born to do, you are in a state of joy. And joy isn't a luxury. It's not a frivolous emotion. Joy is the very frequency of receiving. When you are aligned with your purpose, you become an open and powerful channel for divine supply. Your work is no longer work. It is worship. It is a joyful expression of the divine moving through you. And the universe, always without fail, pays lavishly for that which is done in love and in joy. This is the first and most important square of life. It is the foundation upon which all true and lasting prosperity is built. You have lived under the illusion of the world's great lie that you must first find a way to make money, and then, if you are lucky and have any energy left, you might find a moment for your joy. But the divine law of your being, the true rule book of life, works in the exact reverse. You must first align with your joy, your divine design. Then money, in its perfect and impersonal obedience, will find you. It won't just visit you, it will serve you. It won't just be enough, it will be more than enough. Because money is the loyal servant of a soul that's on fire with its purpose. Tonight you stop chasing the servant, and you begin to fully and completely embody the master. The work you were born to do is calling you, and with it, the infinite and overflowing wealth that will fund it, sustain it, and expand it beyond your wildest dreams. Let these truths sink deep, deep down into the fertile soil of your subconscious mind. Let them take root and become your new, unshakable, and wonderful reality. A new knowing, like a soft and steady light, now illuminates the deepest part of your being. And these words echo there, not as words you are hearing, but as words your own soul is speaking. The divine plan of my life now unfolds before me with grace and with perfect ease. I am now guided every moment of every day to my highest good and my greatest joy. I trust my intuitive leads without hesitation, for they are the voice of God, showing me the way home to myself. The work I was born to do now seeks me out, finds me, and flows through me, and I receive it with a joyful and profoundly grateful heart. The confusion is lifting. The path is clearing. A sense of profound peace settles over you. The deep and abiding peace that comes from knowing you are exactly where you are meant to be. You aren't behind. You aren't lost. You are simply awakening to the perfect path that was prepared for you all along. You are remembering who you truly are. And in that remembrance, the first great square of life is now being made whole. Your foundation is becoming solid, radiant, and true. Your alignment is becoming clear and effortless. And from this place of unshakable purpose, all other good must now flow to you. The old patterns of procrastination, of indecision, and of self-doubt that may have plagued you are being washed away in the gentle tide of your sleep. They are being replaced with a gentle, inspired, and creative energy. You'll notice it when you wake. A new eagerness to greet the day. A new curiosity to see what divine appointments and unexpected opportunities will be revealed. You are no longer pushing the river of life. You are allowing yourself to be carried by its perfect, powerful, and loving current. And it is carrying you home. Home to yourself. Home to your purpose. Home to the life of joy, fulfillment, and overflowing abundance that has always been your divine birthright. The mind doesn't need to understand how this will all happen. The soul simply needs to allow it. And in the deep, restorative state of sleep, you are in a state of pure, unconditional allowance. You are an open vessel, ready to be filled with the clarity, the confidence, and the divine direction that's your true and eternal nature. The light of your own being, your unique and beautiful soul, is being turned on brighter and brighter. The pattern of your purpose is being revealed, and the world is waiting with open arms for the gift that only you can give. Your subconscious mind is now clearing all pathways, removing all obstacles, and making your divine design the new default operating system of your life. Rest now in this beautiful knowing. Your purpose isn't a puzzle to be solved. It is a reality to be lived. And your new life, the life of your dreams, is beginning now in the sacred and silent sanctuary of your deep and peaceful sleep. And as you sink even deeper now, there's less and less for you to do. The words continue to wash over you like a gentle tide upon a peaceful shore, each wave bringing a deeper sense of relaxation, a deeper sense of release. It doesn't matter if you follow the thoughts or if the thoughts simply follow you into your dreams. The work is being done. The healing is happening. All is well. And as the cornerstone of your purpose settles into place, we turn now to the sacred temple that houses it. As the profound sense of your true purpose settles deep within your spirit, anchoring you to your true north like a silent, steady star in the night sky, we move gently into the next square. And I want this part to feel tender and grounded. We aren't using spiritual words to pressure the body or make promises the body must strain to fulfill. We're inviting the body into peace. Another layer of this sacred remembrance begins to unfold for your divine design to express itself fully, joyfully, and powerfully in this world. It requires a clear, clean, and vibrant vessel. Your body, this sacred and miraculous temple, is the instrument through which the music of your soul is played. Think of it for a moment. In this deep and quiet place, a divine instrument crafted with infinite intelligence, capable of producing the most beautiful symphony of life. But if the instrument is out of tune, if its strings are heavy with the dust of the past, or if its chambers are filled with dense and discordant energies, the music it produces will be muted, distorted, and will lack the power to touch the world with its full glory. And tonight, while you rest so peacefully, so completely, a deep and loving cleansing of this temple is taking place. A divine retuning of your sacred instrument is underway, restoring it to its perfect original pitch, allowing your soul's song to ring out, clear and true. Before we begin this gentle cleansing, let us first remember what your body truly is. The world has taught you to see it as a machine, a collection of parts that can break down, that ages, that's separate from your spirit. But this is a profound illusion. In truth, your body is a living, energetic vessel. It is a miraculous receiver and transmitter of frequency. Every cell is a tiny conscious point of light, vibrating at a specific rate. Your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs, these aren't just abstract concepts. They are tangible vibrations that your body's cells must live in and day out. When your inner world is filled with the high frequencies of joy, love, and peace, your cells bathe in this harmonious energy. They thrive, they regenerate, they remember their original blueprint of perfect health. In this state, your body becomes a clear and powerful transmitter, sending out a signal of well-being and abundance that the universe must, by law, match. But when your inner world is clouded by the lower, denser frequencies of fear, anger, or resentment, your cells are forced to marinate in this discordant energy. This is one way the body can feel when it is out of ease with its own divine nature. This state can create a kind of inner static, a heaviness, a guardedness, a sense that the signal of life is no longer moving freely. Tonight, we don't blame the body, and we don't make fear into another burden. We simply invite the whole inner world back toward peace, openness, and rest. A body that's heavy with the unprocessed energy of the past can't rise to the high light vibration of joy and wealth. It is an anchor holding you tethered to the very reality you so deeply wish to leave behind. A body in a state of chronic stress is a body that's biologically closed for receiving. It is in a state of defense, of protection, of contraction and abundance, which is an energy of expansion and flow can't force its way into a contracted space. It can only flow into a space that's open, relaxed, and receptive. And so the work we do tonight is the most important work of all. We aren't just relaxing the body for sleep. We're performing a deep, energetic cleansing. We're clearing the static. We're opening the channels. We're preparing the vessel to receive the full measure of its good. And this is all happening for you effortlessly as you simply rest. For years, perhaps a lifetime, you have carried burdens that were never yours to bear. Not just in your mind, but in the very tissues and cells of your body. The world teaches us to carry these things, to hold on, to be strong. But spiritual law teaches us that true strength lies not in holding on, but in the courage to let go. Let us speak now in the safety and compassion of this space, of these heavy energies, so that they may be seen, blessed, and released. First, there's the heavy energy of old resentments. Think of them as cold, hard stones you've been carrying in your pockets. For so long, you've forgotten they are there. The memory of a betrayal, the sting of an injustice, the ache of being misunderstood or unappreciated. Each one a small, dense weight. You may have carried them so long you no longer feel their individual sting, but only the cumulative effect, a constant low-level strain in your shoulders, a subtle tightness in your gut, a wall around your heart you can't quite explain. Resentment is a poison you drink, hoping the other person will be harmed. It is an acid that corrodes the vessel that contains it. But tonight, you are gently putting the cup down. The need to be right, the need for an apology, the need for justice. As you have defined, all of these are being surrendered to a higher law. Next, there's the dense, sticky vibration of unforgiveness. This isn't just for others, but so often and perhaps most painfully for yourself, the memory of a past mistake, a choice you regret, a path you wish you hadn't taken, an opportunity you feel you missed. Unforgiveness is like a heavy, rusted anchor dropped from the ship of your life, holding you tethered to a past that no longer exists, preventing you from sailing into the bright new waters of your future. It keeps you reliving the very moments you wish to escape, forcing you to feel the same shame, the same regret, over and over again. It is a prison cell whose door is locked from the inside. But tonight, the key is appearing in your hand. The chain of that anchor is beginning to dissolve in the waters of grace. And finally, there's the subtle but corrosive poison of worry, of stress, of fear, the anxiety about the future, the constant mental rehearsal of what might go wrong with your health, your finances, your relationships, the feeling of pressure from the world to be more, to do more, to have more. These aren't just fleeting emotions. They are tangible, energetic frequencies that have a profound effect on your physical body. They trigger the release of stress hormones, which create inflammation and suppress your body's natural healing abilities. They create shallow breathing, which starves your cells of life-giving oxygen. They create a constant, low-humming static in your nervous system. And so the first step in this great cleansing is this gentle, loving acknowledgement, without judgment, without story. You are simply allowing the awareness of these heavy energies to be present. For that which is seen in the light of loving awareness can finally be healed. You aren't bad for having felt these things. You are human, and now you are ready to be free. But now the acknowledgement is complete, and the great release begins. A gentle healing wave of release is moving through your entire being. Imagine it. Feel it. Allow it. You don't need to make this happen. You only need to witness it as it happens for you. A wave of soft, liquid golden light, warm, pure honey, begins to form at the very crown of your head. It is the light of pure, unconditional, divine love. It is intelligent. It is healing. And it knows exactly what to do. Feel this golden light as it begins to seep gently into your scalp, releasing all tension, all worry. It flows down into your forehead, smoothing away every line of concern, every furrow of concentration. It flows into your temples, and you feel a profound sense of release, as if a tight band has been loosened. This warm golden light now flows over your eyes, cleansing them of all the sights they have seen that have brought them pain or sorrow. It washes away the residue of old tears. It soothes the strain of looking too hard for answers. It allows you to see the world anew through the eyes of love. It flows into your jaw, and you feel the muscles which may have been clenched for years, finally, completely letting go. The unspoken words, the held-back frustrations, the righteous anger you swallowed, they are all dissolving in this loving light. A deep sense of peace fills your throat. The golden healing light now pours down into your neck and your shoulders, the place where so many burdens are carried. Feel it melting away the knots of responsibility, the weight of the world you've been carrying on your own. You feel your shoulders soften, drop, and release. You were never meant to carry it all alone, and tonight you are laying that burden down at the feet of the divine, trusting that it will be perfectly handled. This beautiful, warm light flows down your arms into your hands and out through your fingertips. It is washing away the energy of struggle, of striving, of trying to control. Your hands, which may have been clenched in fists of effort, are now softening, opening. They are being cleansed so they may become open and receptive vessels for all the good that wishes to flow to you. The light now floods your chest, your heart center. This is the place of the deepest hurts, the place of unforgiveness, and the light lingers here with infinite patience and love. It flows into every chamber of your heart, dissolving the old walls of protection, melting the cold stones of resentment, the ache of promises that were broken, the sting of words that were spoken against you, the frustration of opportunities that were lost. They are all being held in this unconditional love. They aren't being judged or analyzed. They are simply being loved until they are nothing but love. The golden light continues its journey, flowing down into your solar plexus, the center of your personal power. It cleanses this area of all the times you felt powerless, all the times you gave your power away, all the times you felt like a victim of circumstance. It is reminding you of your divine sovereignty, your quiet inner strength. The tightness of anxiety in your stomach is invited to soften, replaced by a deeper sense of peace and centeredness. It flows down through your abdomen, your hips, your legs, all the way down to the soles of your feet. It grounds you, connects you to the earth, and it washes out any remaining fear, any remaining resistance. This loving light is permeating every single cell, every tissue, every muscle, every organ of your body. It is a light of pure, unconditional love. And in the presence of this high and holy frequency, all that's not love simply can't remain. It must dissolve. You don't need to revisit old wounds to heal them. You don't need to analyze past hurts to release their power. Your only task is to allow this divine cleansing to occur, all while you sleep peacefully. Your soul knows exactly what needs to be released. As this wave of light completes its journey, we move into an even deeper level of release. The sacred act of forgiveness, the memories of those who may have caused you pain. They may surface for a moment in your awareness, like bubbles rising to the surface of a deep lake. They aren't coming to haunt you. They are coming to be healed and released once and for all. Imagine now that you are standing on the bank of a great flowing river of cosmic light. The river flows powerfully but peacefully, and its waters are made of pure liquid grace. The air here is soft and warm, and you feel completely safe, completely supported. Imagine that each one of the old hurts you have carried is a dark, heavy stone in your hands. You can feel its weight, its coldness. One stone may be labeled betrayal, another disappointment, another rejection. You've been carrying them for so long, you had forgotten you were even holding them. And now, in this safe and sacred space, you see your spiritual hands opening one by one. You look at the first stone. You acknowledge the memory it holds. And then, with a spirit of release, you gently toss it into the river of light. You watch as it is instantly swept away. You see it tumbling in the current, its sharp edges softening, its dark color lightening, until it completely dissolves into the river, becoming one with the light from which it came. You pick up another stone. Perhaps this one is a hurt from your childhood. You hold it. You honor the part of you that was wounded, and then you release it into the river, and it too is washed away, purified and healed. You continue this process gently, peacefully. You aren't forcing anything. You are simply letting go. One by one, you release the stones of every grievance, every sadness, every anger you have ever held. A stone for financial loss, a stone for a harsh word, a stone for a broken heart. Into the river they go. You feel yourself becoming lighter and lighter with each release. The burden is lifting. And now you come to the heaviest stones of all, the ones you hold against yourself, the stone of past mistakes, the stone of, I should have known better, the stone of self-criticism. You hold these with deep compassion for the person you were when you made those choices. You see that you were doing the best you could with the understanding you had at the time. And with a great wave of love for yourself, you release these stones into the river as well. You watch them dissolve. You release the need to punish yourself. You release the need to be perfect. You accept the grace that's your divine birthright. A quiet whisper is heard from your soul, echoing through the newly cleansed chambers of your heart. It is a whisper of profound and liberating power. I forgive everyone, and everyone forgives me. I release all grievances, all judgments, all blame, and all condemnation. I release them from others, and I release them from myself. The past has no more power over me. The slate is now wiped clean. I am new. This is the divine law of forgiveness. It's not an act of weakness, but an act of supreme spiritual power. It's not a gift you give to another. It is the key you use to unlock your own prison. The prison of delayed health, the prison of delayed joy, and the prison of delayed wealth. As you release them, you release yourself into the glorious, unimpeded, and powerful flow of your divine inheritance. You can feel a lightness spreading through your body, a sense of spaciousness opening up within you. The knots of tension in your shoulders, in your neck, in your jaw, in your stomach, they are softening, unraveling, and letting go completely. The armor you've been wearing for protection is melting away, for you are remembering that your greatest protection isn't resistance, but love. This complete release makes way for a new energy to enter, a pure, clean, vibrant energy, the energy of perfect health, of boundless vitality, of radiant, unshakable well-being. The space that was once occupied by heavy, dense energy is now being flooded with pure golden light. Every single cell of your body is now absorbing this new, high frequency. They are drinking it in like a thirsty plant drinks in the rain. Your cells are remembering their original blueprint of perfection. Your body knows how to heal itself. It knows how to be well. It has simply been waiting for the inner energetic environment to become one of peace and love. And as you sleep, that peace is being deeply and permanently restored. The circulation in your body, the life-giving flow of blood and energy, is now being cleared of all energetic obstruction. And as your physical circulation becomes perfect, so too does your financial circulation. They are two expressions of the very same divine law of flow. When one is blocked by resentment or fear, the other is inevitably hindered. When one is cleared by forgiveness and love, the other is gloriously freed. A river that's dammed with debris can't flow to the sea. But tonight, the dam has been removed. The debris has been washed away, and the river of your life, your health, your vitality, your supply, now flows freely, powerfully, and joyfully to its destination. You are no longer holding on to anything, no thought, no memory, no emotion that doesn't serve your highest and greatest good. You are becoming a clear and open channel for life to flow through. And into this clear and beautiful channel, new life, new vitality, and new abundance is now being poured. Let these truths become the new lullaby for your physical body, a song of deep restoration sung to every part of your miraculous being. My body is the sacred temple of the living God, and it is now restored to its perfect divine health. I am vibrant, I am whole, and I am filled with a boundless and joyful energy. Every breath I take fills me with healing light, and every beat of my heart is a perfect rhythm of peace. I have released all burdens of the past. My circulation, both physical and financial, is now perfect, open, and unimpeded. The connection between your health and your wealth is now becoming crystal clear on a deep subconscious level. You understand now that you can't attract abundance from a state of depletion. You can't build a prosperous life on a foundation of exhaustion or disease. True wealth isn't just about the numbers in a bank account. It is a holistic state of being. It is the feeling of aliveness, of vitality, of having more than enough energy to joyfully and powerfully live out your divine purpose. And this state of true holistic wealth is now being restored to you. The worries that have weighed on your mind and body are being lifted and dissolved in the light. The financial anxieties that have created tension and tightness are being soothed and replaced with a deep sense of trust. Your entire nervous system is being recalibrated, shifting from a state of chronic fight or flight to a new dominant state of rest and receive. This is the biological state of abundance. It is a state of openness, of safety, of receptivity, and it is becoming your new normal. This is the second great square of life being made whole and holy. Your physical and energetic vessel is being prepared to receive, to hold, and to sustain the immense good that's on its way to you. A prosperous soul requires a vibrant temple, and your temple is now being cleansed, repaired, sanctified, and made new. As this cleansing deepens, you may feel a sense of profound relief washing over you, a letting go of a weight you didn't even realize you were carrying for so long. This is the grace of forgiveness in action. It is the miracle of release. It is the freedom of letting go. Your body is no longer a storage house for past pain. It is a radiant and powerful vessel of light. It is no longer an anchor holding you to old, painful realities. It is a powerful magnet, drawing to you all the health, all the energy, and all the vitality you need to live your magnificent divine design. Rest in this healing light. Allow it to do its perfect, intelligent work. There's nothing for you to figure out. Simply allow yourself to be cleansed. Allow yourself to be healed. Allow yourself to become new from the inside out. For when you awaken, you'll awaken not just rested, but restored. Not just peaceful, but whole. You are becoming more available to the experience of health, rest, steadiness, and well-being, the second great cornerstone of a truly prosperous life. And from this foundation of profound well-being, you become more open to your good. This is the law of receptivity. You are doing this perfectly, simply by resting, by breathing, You are allowing this profound transformation to occur. Your body grows heavier, your mind grows quieter, and your soul becomes brighter. Every word spoken is a gentle drop of water, cleansing and clearing the vessel of your being, preparing you for the most powerful frequency of all. So just continue to drift, continue to let go. You are safe, you are held, and you are loved. As your divine purpose becomes clear and bright, like the sun rising on the horizon of your awareness, and as your physical vessel is cleansed and restored to its natural, vibrant vitality, a new frequency begins to emanate from the very core of your being. It is the most powerful, most creative, and most magnetic force in the entire universe. It is the frequency of love. And this is where I think many people misunderstand Florence. Love, in this teaching, isn't weakness. It's not pretending that hurt didn't happen. It is the force that releases resistance so the channel can open again. In the game of life, love isn't merely a soft emotion you feel for another. It's not just a fleeting sentiment or a chemical reaction. It is the very law of your being. It is the cosmic glue that holds the universe together in perfect, harmonious order. It is the energetic current that connects you to all good, the river upon which your every blessing flows. It is the divine magnet that draws your desires to you effortlessly, joyfully, and with perfect timing. Tonight, in this deep and sacred rest, you aren't learning about love. You are remembering that you are love. It is your fundamental nature, your original essence. And as you remember this, the entire game of life begins to shift in your favor. For so long, without realizing it, you may have been playing the game in a state of resistance, fighting against what's, arguing with reality, pushing against closed doors, trying to force outcomes through sheer will. This state of resistance, which is always born of fear, creates a tangible friction in your energy field. Let us explore this gently in the safety of your deep rest. Let us become aware of the physical signature of resistance so that it may be lovingly released. Bring your awareness for just a moment to your jaw. Feel the space between your upper and lower teeth. For many, this is a place where the resistance of the day is stored. A subtle clenching, a holding on, a bracing against what's to come. As you notice this without judgment, a wave of softness begins to move through this area. A gentle instruction from your soul to your body. Let go. And you can feel the muscles in your jaw beginning to soften, to release, creating a small, peaceful space. This is the beginning of non-resistance. Now bring your awareness to your shoulders. Feel their position. Are they pulled up towards your ears, carrying the weight of the world? This is the posture of burden, the physical expression of carrying too much, of fighting a silent battle. As these words wash over you, imagine two warm, loving hands being placed upon your shoulders, and you feel them gently, lovingly pressing down and away from your ears. You feel the muscles in your neck lengthening. You feel your shoulder blades settling into a state of profound rest. The burden isn't yours to carry. The weight is being lifted. This is the feeling of non-resistance. Bring your awareness now to your breath. Simply notice its rhythm without trying to change it. When the body is in a state of resistance, the breath is often shallow, quick, held high in the chest. It is the breath of fight or flight, a body preparing for danger. But as you continue to sink into this peaceful state, your breath begins to change naturally. It deepens, it slows, it drops down into your belly. Each inhale is a full, life-giving wave of peace. Each exhale is a complete and total release of all that's old, all that's heavy. This slow, deep, rhythmic breathing is the very sound of non-resistance. It is a signal to every cell in your body that you are safe, you are supported, and it is time to open. A body in a state of resistance is a body in a state of contraction, and a life lived in contraction is a life that can't receive. Imagine your hands are clenched into tight fists, trying to protect what little you have. With your hands clenched, you can't give, but you also can't receive. The very act of protecting yourself from loss prevents you from receiving gain. But as you rest now, feel your hands softening. Feel your fingers uncurling. Your palms are now open, receptive, ready. This physical resistance is the outward sign of an inner battle, a battle against life itself. You may have been taught that life is a struggle, a competition, something to be conquered, and so you have fought. Imagine yourself standing in a powerful flowing river. The river is the current of your good, the divine flow of your life, and its destination is a beautiful, peaceful ocean of abundance and joy. But you've been told that you must get to the other side of the river, to a specific spot on the opposite bank. And so you begin to swim against the current. Every muscle strains, every breath is a struggle. You are focused on the fight, on the effort, on the water pushing against you. At times you make a little progress, only to be pushed back again. You become exhausted, discouraged, believing the river is your enemy. This is how life feels when lived in resistance. It is a constant battle against the perceived forces of the world. A battle against bills, a battle against deadlines, a battle against difficult people, a battle against time. But every battle, even the ones you feel you win, depletes your life force and sends a signal of struggle out into the universe. And the law of the universe, which is a perfect mirror, can only reflect that struggle back to you. But tonight, in this deep and sacred peace, you are remembering a profound truth. You are never meant to swim against the river. You are meant to turn and to float, and to allow the current to carry you. The river was never your enemy. It was always your guide, your support, your transportation to your highest good. The destination it has for you is far more magnificent than the one you were struggling to reach on your own. This is the great surrender. It's not an act of weakness or giving up. It is the ultimate act of wisdom and power. It is the release of the small, fearful ego's will and the alignment with the magnificent, all-knowing will of the divine. The old, ingrained, and automatic habit of resistance is now being completely and permanently dissolved. It is being replaced by the gentle yet infinitely powerful law of non-resistance, the law of love in action. You are beginning to remember, on a soul level, a truth of profound liberation. You can't fight your way to peace. You can't struggle your way to abundance. You can't force your way to joy. You must allow them. You must align with their frequency. You must love your way to them. The tension of the fight is leaving your body. The armor you have worn to protect yourself in this perceived battle is now dissolving. It is melting away in the warm, gentle waters of this surrender. You are safe. You can let go. You can allow the river to carry you. Your hands are open. Your heart is open. Your life is open. As you enter this new state of non-resistant flow, you are given a powerful and sacred tool to navigate the river of life. It is the tool of blessing. Every situation in your life that has felt like an obstacle, every person that has felt like an adversary, every problem that has felt like an insurmountable wall is now being recoded in your subconscious mind. It is no longer seen as a barrier blocking your path, but as a divinely orchestrated stepping stone, perfectly placed to guide you to an even greater good. The people who have challenged you, the bills that have worried you, the circumstances that have frustrated you, they are losing their power over you now, because you are no longer meeting them with a low-frequency reactive energy of fear or fight. You are no longer giving them your power by resisting them. A new, higher response is being programmed into your very being. It is the divine response of blessing. The law of love teaches a simple but profound secret. That which you bless, you can't fear. and that which you don't fear has no power over you. To bless a difficult situation isn't to condone it or to pretend it doesn't exist. It is to rise above it to a higher plane of consciousness. It is to declare with the authority of your spirit that behind the temporary illusion of the problem, there's a divine order and a perfect outcome that's now being revealed. Blessing is an act of spiritual alchemy. It takes the lead of a problem, its density, its weight, its darkness, and it transmutes it into the gold of a solution. It is the application of love to a situation of fear, and love is the universal solvent. It can dissolve any problem, any block, any resistance. Let us explore this gently in the deep quiet of your rest. Think for a moment of an unexpected bill that arrives. The old pattern might be to react with fear, with tightness, with a feeling of lack. Here we go again. The mind might say, there's never enough. This reaction feeds the problem, gives it energy, and anchors it more firmly in your reality. It is an act of cursing your own supply. But now a new response is being born. Upon seeing that bill, your soul will remember to bless it, to look upon it and say, I bless you for the service you represent. I bless the divine substance that is already on its way to meet this need. Thank you that this is already paid in full under grace. This act of blessing shifts your vibration from fear to faith, from contraction to expansion. It opens the channel for the supply to flow instead of pinching it shut with worry. It transforms a source of anxiety into an opportunity to demonstrate your faith. Let us practice this now in the theater of your mind. Imagine a stack of bills before you. Feel the old familiar pang of anxiety. And now watch as a golden light begins to emanate from your heart and surrounds this stack of paper. And you hear your soul's voice whisper, I bless you all. I see you not as debts, but as evidence of the life I am living, of the services I have received. I am grateful. I bless the channels through which you came, and I bless the channels through which your payment now flows. You aren't a problem. You are a sign of circulation, and my circulation is now perfect and abundant. Feel the anxiety dissolve in this wave of blessing. Feel the peace that replaces it. This peace is the very frequency that attracts your supply. Now think of a person who has caused you difficulty. The old pattern might be to hold on to resentment, to rehearse the story of the grievance, to wish them ill. This only binds you to them with a toxic energetic cord, draining your vitality and keeping the negative experience alive in your energy field. But now the new response is to bless them. In the quiet of your heart, you will remember to say, I bless you. I release you to your highest good, and I claim my own. This act of blessing does not mean you must spend time with them or approve of their behavior. It simply means you are cutting the energetic cord. You are setting yourself free. You are choosing peace over being right. You are reclaiming the energy you've been leaking into the past. Let us practice this now. Bring to mind a person or situation that has been a source of pain. Feel the old story, the old hurt. And now, from your heart, send a beam of soft pink light to surround them. You don't need to feel love for them in this moment. You are simply performing the action of blessing. And you say, I bless you. I bless the divine good within you. Even if I cannot see it, I release you from my story. I release you from my judgment. You are free, and I am free. Feel the energetic cord that connected you to them dissolving in this light. Feel the return of your own energy, your own power, back to your own center. This is true freedom. Finally, think of an adverse condition in the world or in your own life. A setback, a delay, a disappointment. The old pattern is to resist it, to complain about it, to call it bad luck. The new pattern is to bless it. I bless this situation and know that the divine plan which I cannot see is perfect. This isn't a stumbling block. It is a stepping stone. This isn't a delay. It is divine timing at work. Only good will come of this. This powerful practice of blessing is now being written into the very fabric of your subconscious mind. It is becoming your new automatic response. And so a quiet, steady blessing emanates from your heart, reaching out to every corner of your life, past, present, and future. I bless every person, place, and situation in my past and in my present. All is in divine order, and only good can come from this. I bless the appearance of lack, for I know that it is but a shadow, and it now dissolves in the brilliant light of my infinite and ever-present supply. There's no enemy. There's no opposition. There's only one power, God, and that power is love. I am one with that power now, and I'm safe. As this frequency of non-resistant love flows through you and from you, you become a powerful magnet for miracles. Your energy field becomes smooth, harmonious, and deeply receptive. And life, which so often mirrors your dominant state, can now meet you with less interference, less delay, and more ease. The struggle ends. The divine flow begins. This powerful healing love also turns inward. For perhaps the greatest and most stubborn resistance of all has been the resistance to your own magnificent self. The subtle ingrained habits of self-criticism, of harsh self-judgment, of feeling not good enough, not smart enough, not deserving enough. These are powerful forms of energetic resistance that have been quietly sabotaging your good, pushing away the very blessings you've been praying for. You can't condemn yourself and welcome your good at the same time. The vibrations are incompatible. You can't look in the mirror and see flaw and then expect the world to reflect back to you perfection. But as you sleep so deeply, so peacefully, a profound wave of self-love and radical self-acceptance is washing over your entire being. Let us first address the harsh voice of the inner critic, that relentless narrator of your perceived flaws and past failures. Imagine this voice as an old, static-filled radio station that has been playing in the background of your mind for years. Its broadcast is one of fear, of judgment, of limitation. You can't do that. You're not ready. Who do you think you are? It has been trying to protect you in its own misguided way by keeping you small and safe. Tonight, a gentle hand is reaching out and turning the dial. The static fades. The harsh voice is gone. And in its place, a new station begins to play. A station of pure, unconditional love and acceptance. Its music is the melody of your own soul, a song of your inherent worthiness and beauty. And its voice speaks only words of encouragement, of compassion, of belief in you. This new voice is becoming the dominant sound in your inner world. Now let us heal the cold grip of shame, the feeling of being fundamentally flawed or broken. Shame is a heavy, dense energy that tells you to hide. It tells you that you are unworthy of being seen, unworthy of being blessed. But this is the great lie. And tonight, the light of truth is dissolving it. You are remembering that your past mistakes don't define you. They were experiences. They were lessons, but they aren't who you are. Who you are is a divine and perfect expression of life, eternally whole and innocent in the eyes of spirit. You are beginning to see yourself as God sees you, perfect, whole, complete, and infinitely worthy of all good. Not because of what you do, but simply because of who you are. Your worth isn't earned. It is inherent. It is absolute. It is your birthright. This unconditional self-love is the very foundation of true self-worth. And you can only receive and hold on to a level of abundance that matches your subconscious level of worthiness. As your self-love grows, your capacity to receive expands exponentially. Imagine the container of your life. For years, the inner critic and the voice of shame may have kept it small, with tight, rigid walls. But now, as this wave of self-love washes through you, the walls of that container are becoming soft, flexible, and expansive. The container of your life becomes larger, wider, deeper, ready to hold a greater measure of joy, a greater measure of peace, and a greater measure of wealth. You are becoming a vessel that can hold the overflow. The third great square of life, the square of love, is now being fortified within you. It is a love that's unconditional. It is a love that's non-resistant. It is a love that blesses all and fears nothing. And it is a love that begins with the self. This is the vibration that money adores. Money, which is simply a neutral energy of exchange, flows joyfully and abundantly to those who are in a state of love, peace, and gratitude. It flows to those who feel worthy of receiving it. It doesn't move easily through the chaotic, discordant, and contracted energies of fear, resentment, and self-rejection. And as this self-love fills you, a natural and beautiful consequence begins to emerge. A quiet, steady vibration of gratitude begins to hum at the center of your spirit. This isn't a gratitude that's dependent on outer conditions. It's not something you do by listing things you are thankful for. It is a state of being you are entering. It is the feeling state of appreciation. It is a gratitude for the simple miracle of the breath in your lungs, the gentle rise and fall of your chest, a gratitude for the faithful beat of your heart, a rhythm of life that has been with you since before you were born, a gratitude for the very fact of your existence, for the gift of this life, this moment. You are tuning your entire being to the frequency of thank you. Now we move into the ultimate act of faith, gratitude in advance. It is giving thanks for the answer before the question has even been fully formed. It is a deep, soul-level appreciation for the good that's already yours in the invisible realm and the certain, unshakable knowing of its imminent appearance in the visible world. This loving frequency of gratitude is the most powerful signal you can send out to the universe. It is a declaration of faith that says, all is well. I am already provided for. My good is already here. It aligns you perfectly with the energy of receiving, and the law of the universe, the law of attraction, must respond to that powerful signal by bringing you more and more experiences, circumstances, and blessings for which to be grateful. Gratitude is the seed, and multiplied blessings are the harvest. Let these beautiful truths of love become the new living reality of your heart, the very atmosphere in which you live and move and have your being. I am a perfect and irresistible magnet for divine love and divine supply. I meet every situation in my life with non-resistance and grace, and I see only the divine truth and perfect outcome within it. I am filled with a profound and unconditional love for myself and for all of life. And this love draws all good to me now, effortlessly. My heart is open. My hands are open. I am in a perpetual state of joyful and grateful receiving. You are no longer fighting the game of life. You are dancing with it. You are no longer resisting the current of your good. You are flowing with it. You are no longer trying to earn love or approval from the outside world. You are the source of it. This fundamental shift in your core frequency is the most important work you can ever do to create a life of lasting wealth. The world teaches you to focus on strategies, on plans, on external actions. But Spirit teaches you to focus on your vibration. For your vibration is the cause, and your entire world in all its detail is the effect. As you rest tonight, your vibration is being raised. It is being purified. It is being tuned to the perfect pitch of divine love. And from this high and holy frequency, you become unstoppable, not through force, but through grace, not through effort, but through alignment. The third great square of life is now shining brightly within you, completing the strong and sacred foundation of your new reality. A life that's built upon the cornerstones of purpose, health, and love is a life that can't fail to be prosperous. It is the law, and that law is now being fulfilled in you as you sleep. Rest in this loving embrace. Feel the profound peace of non-resistance. Know that you are loved, you are guided, and you are infinitely worthy of all good. And from this beautiful state of being, watch with joyful expectation as your world transforms to match the beautiful new song that your soul is now singing. And so you drift, floating on an infinite ocean of peace. The foundations of your new reality are now complete. Purpose, health, love. 3 sides of a perfect square, now strong, radiant, and true. And even if your conscious mind is far, far away in the land of dreams, the deepest part of you is here, ready and receptive for the beautiful, effortless, and joyful completion of your new world. Just rest. Just allow. Just be. And now, with the foundation of your new life so firmly and beautifully established, with the clear light of your purpose illuminating your path, with the vibrant energy of health flowing through your sacred vessel, and with the magnetic power of love radiating from your very core, we arrive at the 4th and final square, the square of wealth. Here, I want the meaning to be clear. Wealth isn't treated as greed, and it's not treated as proof that a person is better than another. It is treated as supply in motion, provision in right form, and the natural support for the life you are here to live. Listen closely with the ear of your soul, for a great and final misunderstanding is now being corrected at the deepest level of your being. It is a misunderstanding that has been the source of all striving, all strain, and all financial anxiety. The world has taught you that wealth is something you must go out and get, that it is a prize to be won, a mountain to be climbed, a battle to be fought and won. It has been presented as an external thing, separate from you, that you must pursue with tireless effort. But as you rest in this deep healing and profound peace, you are beginning to remember the divine truth. Wealth isn't the goal. Wealth is the consequence. Wealth isn't the prize you must win. Wealth is the proof of your alignment. Wealth isn't something you chase. Wealth is the natural and inevitable harvest that grows from a life that's planted in the fertile soil of divine order. Let us gently explore this old myth of the chase. The world taught you to run after money, to pursue it, to hunt it down. And so life can feel like a breathless race, a constant pursuit of something that always seems just a little bit ahead of you. This chase creates an energy of desperation, of neediness, and the law of the universe is precise. What you chase flees. The very act of chasing something affirms its absence. It sends a powerful signal to the universe that says, I don't have this. It is separate from me. It is hard to get. And the universe, in its perfect impersonal obedience, must honor that signal and make the chase long and difficult. This chase is exhausting. It depletes your life force. It takes your focus away from the true sources of joy and fulfillment. It makes money a master and you its servant, always running to keep up, always worried about falling behind. But tonight, in this deep and profound rest, you are stepping out of the race. You are hanging up your running shoes. The chase is over. The struggle has ended. You are now remembering a new way, a higher way, a way of effortless magnetism. Imagine yourself as a wise and patient farmer standing in a vast and fertile field. That's your life. The world, the old rule book, would tell this farmer to run around the field all day, frantically trying to find and grab the ripened fruits and vegetables. The farmer would be exhausted, anxious, and would likely miss most of the harvest in the frantic search. But you are a wise farmer. You understand the laws of nature, which are the laws of spirit. You don't chase the harvest. You create the conditions for the harvest to appear naturally and abundantly. First, with great love and care, you prepared the soil. You tilled the ground, removing the rocks of old limiting beliefs. You enriched it with the nutrients of a new understanding. This preparation of the soil was the work we did in remembering your divine purpose. You created a rich and fertile ground for your seeds to grow. Next, you planted the right seeds, and you ensured the plant itself was strong and healthy. You gave it clean water and pure sunlight. You protected it from pests. This was the work we did in cleansing your vessel, in restoring your health and vitality. You have cultivated a strong and vibrant plant capable of bearing much fruit. Then you tended to your field with an open and loving heart. You didn't stand over it with anxiety, demanding that it grow faster. You trusted the process. You blessed the rain and the sun. You moved with the rhythm of the seasons. This was the work we did in aligning you with the frequency of love and non-resistance. You created the perfect atmosphere for growth. And now, as the wise farmer, you simply stand in your field in a state of peaceful and joyful expectation. You have done the inner work. You have aligned with the law, and you know with a certainty that runs deeper than any doubt that the harvest is inevitable. It is the natural consequence of your alignment. It is the divine reward for your faith. This is the truth about wealth. It is the harvest. It is the fruit that appears on the vine when all the inner conditions are right. You don't chase it. You allow it to ripen and appear. And when it does, you receive it with a grateful and joyful heart. This isn't just a beautiful metaphor. It is spiritual physics. As you've been resting, your entire energetic signature has been changing. Your alignment with your purpose is now emitting a clear, strong signal of clarity and joy. It is a frequency that attracts the resources, people, and opportunities that are a perfect match for your divine design. Your alignment with health is now emitting a powerful signal of vitality and well-being. This high frequency dissolves the dense, low-frequency energies of lack and struggle. A vibrant vessel can't attract a depleted reality. And your alignment with love and non-resistance has made your energy field smooth, open, and magnetic. You are no longer pushing your good away with the friction of fear and worry. You have become an irresistible magnet for miracles. These three frequencies, purpose, health, and love, are now weaving together within you, creating a powerful harmonic chord. A vortex of high vibration energy, and the energy of wealth, of money, of divine substance is now being drawn into this vortex irresistibly and powerfully. It is drawn to your clarity of purpose. It is attracted to your vitality and health. It is magnetized by your frequency of love. You are no longer chasing it from fear. The channels of supply are free to move toward you. Good seeks expression. Good finds open channels. Good flows where it is welcomed. All the efforting, all the striving, all the worry and strain that you have ever associated with money, all of it continues to dissolve now in the light of this new understanding. It is being replaced by a profound sense of ease, a deep inner knowing that your supply is infinite. Its source is inexhaustible, and its flow to you is now and forever unimpeded. This is the divine reward for playing the game of life correctly, not from the outside in, as the world teaches, but from the inside out, as spiritual law dictates. As you rest in this knowing, your subconscious mind is now being shown the myriad, surprising, and often miraculous channels through which this wealth can now flow to you. The conscious mind, in its limited state, can only see a few possible pathways to wealth. It looks at your current job, your current business, your current investments. It operates from a very small and narrow view of reality, based only on what it has seen and experienced before. Imagine the conscious mind as a well-meaning but very nearsighted gatekeeper standing before the vast estate of your life. It can only see the one or two main roads leading to the gate. If supply doesn't come down one of those familiar roads, the gatekeeper panics and believes that no supply is coming at all. But your soul, the deeper part of you that's now awake and listening, sees the truth. It sees the entire estate. It sees the infinite and creative ways that Spirit can deliver your good. Imagine looking down upon your life from a great height. You see the main roads that your conscious mind is watching, but you also see countless other pathways. You see the small, winding country lanes of unexpected gifts and inheritances. You see the hidden forest trails of brilliant, inspired ideas that can change everything overnight. You see the rivers of forgiveness that wash away old debts. You see the channels of synchronicity bringing the right people and opportunities to you at the perfect moment. This is the grand tapestry of your divine supply. It is a vast and intricate network of infinite possibilities and spirit. The master weaver can use any thread, any channel to deliver your good to you. Your subconscious mind is now being instructed to open itself completely to these unexpected channels. It is releasing its tight grip on how the money must come. It is letting go of the need to control the outcome. It is simply becoming open and receptive to the magnificent and often miraculous ways that it will come. We're now in this deep state, dissolving the 3 great blocks to receiving from these infinite channels. The first block, the belief that you must trade your precious time for money, is now dissolving. You are remembering that your supply comes from God, not from your hours. You can receive more in a moment of inspired alignment than in a lifetime of joyless labor. The second block, the belief that you must work hard to be deserving, is now being erased. You are remembering that your worthiness is inherent, not earned. You are worthy of receiving with ease and with grace. The third block, the pervasive fear that there's not enough to go around, is being replaced by the unshakable core truth of infinite divine abundance. You are remembering that the universe is infinitely abundant, and your good doesn't take from anyone else. In fact, as you become a clear channel for abundance, you inspire and bless everyone around you. Your subconscious mind is now fully embracing this new reality of infinite channels and effortless receiving. And now we go even deeper into the mastery of this fourth square. Your soul is being taught the advanced rules of the game, the powerful secrets of the master player, all while you rest. This is one of the most practical parts of the whole journey. It's not about fantasy, it is about readiness. The first of these secrets is the art of preparing your barns. The universe won't and can't pour a great and abundant harvest into a container that's too small, or into one that's not ready. The great spiritual law states that nature abhors a vacuum. When you create a space, a void, the universe rushes to fill it. Therefore, the act of making space for your good before it arrives is one of the most powerful acts of faith you can perform. It is a signal to the universe that you aren't just hoping for your good, you are expecting it. This preparation begins on the inside. As you sleep, you are now being guided through a process of creating spaciousness within your own consciousness. Imagine the container of your life, the one that holds your beliefs about how much you can have. For years, it may have been a small, cramped space, defined by old limitations. But now, feel the walls of that container beginning to expand. The belief that says, I can only have this much, is dissolving. The belief that says, it's not for people like me, is vanishing. Your subconscious mind is releasing all old concepts of limitation and is embracing a new, vast, and expansive sense of what's possible for you. You are making room on the inside for a life of more than enough. You are becoming a vessel that can hold the overflow. Because this shift is happening on the inside, you'll find yourself in your waking hours naturally and effortlessly inspired to perform acts of preparation on the outside. This won't feel like a chore or a task on a to-do list. It will feel like a joyful and natural expression of your newfound faith. You might feel a sudden urge to clean out your wallet, making space for new money to arrive. You might be inspired to organize your desk or your office, creating a clear channel for prosperous ideas to flow. You might find yourself clearing clutter from your home, literally making physical space for new good to enter. These small acts are powerful rituals. Each one is a physical prayer, a declaration to the universe that says, I am ready. I'm expecting my good. My barns are open and ready for the harvest. And the law of the universe, which abhors a vacuum, always rushes to fill a space that has been prepared in unwavering faith. The second secret of the master player is the courage to face the lions in the way. There will be moments, even on this new path, when adverse appearances arise. When the outer world of the senses seems to contradict the powerful truth you are holding within. An unexpected bill may arrive. A payment may be delayed. A door may seem to close. These are what Florence Scovel Shinn called the lions in the way. They aren't punishments. They aren't signs that you have failed. They are the final illusions of lack that come to test the conviction of your faith. They are the final roar of the old reality before it dissolves completely. The beginner player panics. They see the lion and they fall back into fear. Their body contracts. Their breath becomes shallow. They give their power away to the illusion, and the illusion becomes their reality. But the master player that you are becoming, looks upon the lion with a sense of calm and divine wonder. Your subconscious is now being programmed with this mastery. The old reactive, knee-jerk patterns of fear and panic are being overridden with a new, calm authority. When an appearance of lack presents itself, a new response will arise from deep within you. Instead of contracting in fear, your body will remain open and relaxed. Instead of panicking, you'll feel a sense of quiet curiosity. This is the state of looking with wonder. It is a state of profound trust that what appears to be a problem is actually a solution in disguise. This new state of being will be accompanied by a new automatic thought. The old thought was, "Oh no, what am I going to do?" The new thought, which is being installed now, is, "This isn't a stumbling block. It is a stepping stone to my greater good." You'll see the unexpected bill and know that it is making way for an even greater unexpected check. You'll see the closed door and know that it is divinely redirecting you to a much grander and more beautiful entrance. You are no longer moved by shadows on the wall. You stand firm in the substance of your faith, knowing that what you have declared in truth and what you have aligned with in spirit must come to pass, regardless of any temporary, fleeting appearance to the contrary. And the third secret is the unwavering trust in your intuitive leads. As we remembered in the first square of your life, divine guidance often comes as a hunch, a quiet whisper, an inner nudge. This is especially true for the flow of wealth. Your soul is now being trained to differentiate the soul's quiet hunch from the ego's loud demands or fears. The ego's voice is often frantic, demanding, and fear-based. It says, "You have to do this or else." The soul's voice is quiet, calm, and peaceful. It simply says, "How about this?" It feels like a gentle invitation, not a stressful command. In your sleep, your sensitivity to this quiet, peaceful voice is being greatly enhanced. The old habit of hearing this whisper and then immediately dismissing it, overthinking it, or second-guessing it is now being released. This hesitation is a form of resistance, a lack of trust in your own inner guidance. A deep hypnotic process is now underway to release this pattern. A new pattern is being installed, the pattern of hear, trust, and act. You'll find that in your waking life, when an intuitive lead comes, you'll feel a peaceful and confident urge to act upon it swiftly and with faith. As you begin to live in this new way, you place yourself directly in the powerful current of miracles. Acting on one hunch leads you to a synchronicity. That synchronicity presents a new opportunity. Acting on that opportunity leads you to meet the right person, and on it flows. This is the feeling of being in the zone, where life seems to unfold before you with a magical and effortless grace. This isn't luck. This is the result of unwavering trust in your divine intuition. These are the ways of the master player. They prepare their life in faith. They stand fearless before any illusion of lack, and they act with courage and trust on their divine intuition. And this mastery is now being encoded into the very fabric of your being. It is becoming your new nature. And now we integrate all of this into a powerful, unified feeling state. You are no longer just learning about wealth. You are now embodying the vibration of wealth. It is a feeling of ease. It is a feeling of peace. It is a feeling of security that doesn't depend on an external source. It is a feeling of profound and unshakable trust in the goodness of life. It is the feeling of already having, of already being. This feeling is now being anchored in every cell of your body, becoming your new emotional home. Let these profound truths about wealth settle into your soul, becoming your new financial reality. I am no longer a chaser of wealth. I am a powerful and peaceful magnet for it. It is drawn to me now and always. I joyfully prepare my life for an overflow of abundance, and the universe gratefully fills every space I create for it. I stand fearless and calm in the face of any appearance of lack, for I know with all my being that my supply is infinite and my good is assured. I am a divine channel for brilliant, creative, and prosperous ideas, and I act upon them with wisdom, courage, and perfect faith. The four squares of your life are now complete and shining. Your foundation is strong. Your alignment is pure. You have built your house upon the unshakable rock of spiritual law, a house of vibrant purpose, of radiant health, of unconditional love. And now you simply watch, with a spirit of peaceful and joyful expectation, as the great and abundant harvest of wealth is delivered to your door. It is the law. It is the promise. It is the inevitable and beautiful outcome of a game well played from the inside out. You are winning. Not by fighting, but by aligning. Not by struggling, but by surrendering to the magnificent divine truth of who you are. Rest now, wealthy one. Rest in the profound peace of your completed good. Your harvest is here. As Florence would say, the word has gone forth. It is done. And now, as the night deepens and your body drifts further and further into the restorative healing sanctuary of sleep, as your breath becomes a slow, peaceful tide, we now move into the most sacred and potent work of all. The work that happens when the conscious mind is completely at rest. The work that rewrites your reality from the inside out. There's nothing for you to do here. Nothing at all. Your only task is to rest as it is being done for you. We're now bypassing the conscious mind entirely. The mind that analyzes, that questions, that argues for its limitations, that is the faithful gatekeeper of your being. Its work for the day is now done. It has protected you. It has planned for you. It has carried you through the hours. And now its watch is over. We give it our deepest thanks for its tireless service. We give it permission to stand down, to soften, to dissolve into the peaceful ocean of your sleep. You can feel this happening now. The part of you that needs to figure things out is realizing it has nothing to do. The part of you that worries about the future is realizing in this moment that all is well. It's safe to let go. Imagine this conscious mind as a loyal guard standing before a great and beautiful temple. All day it has stood watch, and now you, the master of the temple, are telling it, "Thank you. Your watch is ended for tonight. You may rest." And you feel the guard of your mind gratefully stepping aside, allowing you full and unimpeded access to the holy space within. As the gatekeeper rests, we're now granted access to this great and holy temple, the engine room of your reality, the vast, silent, and infinitely powerful partner in your creation, your subconscious mind. Let us remember what this part of you is. It's not a complicated machine. It is a field of pure creative potential. Imagine it first as a fertile garden. The soil is rich, dark, and ready. It will grow whatever seed is planted within it, without question or judgment. It doesn't discern between a weed and a flower. It simply nurtures whatever it is given. If a seed of fear is planted, it will faithfully grow a weed of anxiety. If a seed of lack is planted, it will faithfully grow a thorny bush of struggle. But if a seed of love, of joy, of abundance is planted, it will with equal faithfulness grow a magnificent and fruit-bearing tree. Tonight we aren't just planting new seeds. We're pulling up all the old weeds by their very roots and amending the soil so that only the most beautiful things can grow here from now on. Imagine it also as a perfectly obedient servant. This servant is infinitely powerful, connected to all of creation, but it has one simple rule. It only follows the instructions it is given. It doesn't argue. It doesn't have a sense of humor. It takes every repeated thought, every deeply felt emotion, every spoken word as a direct command. For years, you may have been giving this powerful servant a confusing and contradictory set of instructions, born of the world's fears and limitations. But tonight, the instructions will become crystal clear, unified, and aligned with your highest good. And imagine it finally as a vast and sacred library. Every experience, every belief, every conclusion you have ever made is stored here as a book on a shelf. This library determines your automatic reactions, your default settings, your perception of reality. Most of these books were written by others, by family, by culture, by past experiences. Tonight we enter this garden. We speak to this servant. We reorganize this library. We aren't just making small adjustments, we're performing a complete and total system upgrade. We're installing the new operating system of the master player. An operating system based on the core truths of your divine nature, purpose, health, love, and inevitable wealth. This new program runs silently in the background, effortlessly creating a life that matches its beautiful code. The work is deep, the work is powerful, and your only task is to rest as it is being done for you. The first act of this sacred reprogramming is the Great Cancellation. Imagine yourself now in a vast and beautiful library. The air is still and smells of ancient wisdom and infinite possibility. There's a soft golden light that seems to emanate from the very walls, from the books themselves. This is the library of your soul. The shelves are made of a warm living wood, and they stretch up into the starlit cosmos higher than your eyes can see. The silence here isn't empty. It is a resonant silence humming with the power of creation. You are the sole keeper of this library. You are the only one with the authority to change what's written here. And as you sleep, your higher self, the divine librarian of your own soul, is now moving silently and lovingly through the aisles. It holds a beautiful, heavy stamp made of pure golden light. It's not a stamp of judgment or eraser, but a stamp of transmutation. It doesn't destroy, it transforms. The divine librarian glides to the first section, a dark and dusty corner of the library, labeled Lack and Limitation. The books here are heavy, bound in cracked leather, their pages filled with the small, cramped handwriting of fear. It finds the first volume, a thick and well-worn book titled, I Am Not Good Enough. This book is filled with every memory of comparison, every word of criticism you ever internalized, every feeling of falling short. With infinite compassion, the librarian opens the cover, and with a gentle but firm motion, it stamps upon the first page, in radiant, shimmering golden light, the one powerful word, canceled. As the light touches the page, the old book doesn't just close, it dissolves. It turns into motes of harmless dust that are instantly transformed into pure golden light. And this brilliant light fills the empty space on the shelf. The story isn't just put away, it is uncreated. It ceases to exist in your reality. Next, it finds the book titled, There's Never Enough. This volume is filled with the anxieties of scarcity, the fear of running out, the cultural programming of a limited universe. Again, the golden stamp descends, canceled. The belief in scarcity vanishes, and in its place, the radiant light of infinite divine abundance now shines from the shelf. The librarian continues. It finds the book, Life is a Constant Struggle. Stamped, canceled. The belief in effort and toil dissolves, replaced by the light of grace and ease. It finds the book, I Can't Afford It. Stamped, canceled. The affirmation of lack is unwritten, replaced by the light of an all-sufficient supply. It finds it's too late for me. Canceled. The illusion of time dissolves into the truth of the eternal now. It finds I'm not good with money. Canceled. The old identity is released, replaced by the light of divine wisdom and stewardship. One by one, every book in this section, every subtle variation of the story of not enough is seen, blessed, and lovingly transmuted into pure light. The entire corner of lack and limitation is now a blazing beacon of golden truth. The librarian now glides to the section on fear. The books here feel cold to the touch. They hum with a low, anxious vibration. It finds the heavy-bound volume titled Fear of the Future. This book is filled with every worried projection, every what-if scenario that has ever tormented your mind. The librarian opens it, and the golden stamp descends, canceled. The cold energy of anxiety about tomorrow dissolves into a profound and peaceful trust in the now. The light expands. It finds the book Fear of Failure. This volume contains the sting of every past attempt that didn't go as planned, and the hesitation it has created within you stamped canceled. The paralysis of perfectionism is healed, replaced by the light of joyous and courageous experimentation. It finds its twin. The subtle but powerful book, Fear of Success. The fear of being seen, of new responsibilities, of losing what you have gained. Stamped, canceled. The resistance to your own greatness dissolves, replaced by a humble and joyful willingness to receive and to shine. It finds fear of what other people will think. Stamped, canceled. Fear of poverty. Stamped, canceled. Fear of the unknown. Stamped, canceled. One by one, every volume in the archive of fear is touched by the golden light and transformed. The entire section now radiates with the gentle, unshakable warmth of divine love and perfect safety. Finally, the librarian moves to the oldest, deepest part of the library, the section of inherited beliefs. The books here weren't even written by you. They were placed on your shelves before you were born. It finds the stories about money and struggle that were passed down through your family, perhaps for generations. The belief that you have to work hard for every penny, or that money doesn't grow on trees. These are energetic contracts you unconsciously agreed to. With deep compassion for the journey of your ancestors, the librarian stamps each one canceled. The energetic chains of the past are lovingly broken. It finds the cultural programming of scarcity, the collective consciousness of lack and competition, stamped, canceled. You are now withdrawing your energy from this mass illusion and aligning with the higher truth of an abundant universe. It finds the unconscious vows of poverty, perhaps taken in other times, other lives, that may still be echoing in your soul. The belief that to be spiritual, one must be poor, that to be good, one must renounce worldly things with great love. This ancient and outdated contract is stamped, canceled, 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 canceled. You are remembering now that divine substance is good, and it is here for you to use for the highest good of all. The karmic and ancestral debts are paid in full by the grace of God. You are free. Your lineage is free. This great cancellation is happening now on a level far deeper than your conscious mind can comprehend. You don't need to direct it. You don't need to understand it. You are simply allowing it to be done. All old programming, every belief and pattern that is out of alignment with your magnificent, abundant truth is being wiped from your system. The hard drive is being cleared. The slate is being made clean. And into this clean, pristine, and fertile space, a new program is now being installed. The second act of this reprogramming is the journey to the desert of silence. In her profound wisdom, Florence Scovel Shinn taught of the power of taking any problem to the desert. The desert is a state of consciousness. It is a place of profound inner quiet, where the endless chattering of the logical mind finally ceases, and the clear, still small voice of spirit can be heard. And so now you are guided on a gentle, effortless journey. Imagine your awareness lifting, floating peacefully from the library of your soul and drifting across a landscape of pure peace. You find yourself standing at the edge of a vast, beautiful, and utterly silent desert at twilight. Take a moment to be here. Feel the air. It is warm, still, and pure. It carries the scent of dry earth and distant night-blooming flowers. Look up at the sky. It is a seamless tapestry of deep indigo and soft, glowing stars that seem close enough to touch. There's no moon, only the brilliant, gentle light of a billion distant suns. The silence here isn't empty. It is full. It is full of peace. It is full of potential. It is full of power. You begin to walk into this sacred silence. Notice the feeling of the sand beneath your feet. It is warm, soft, and silvery in the starlight. With each effortless step you take into this desert, you feel the burdens of your waking life falling away from you like a heavy cloak. The worries about money, the complexities of relationships, the pressure of decisions, they are all left behind at the desert's edge. They can't enter this holy space. The frequency here is too high, too pure. You walk until you reach the very heart of this silence here. You sit down upon the warm, soft, silvery sand, and you do nothing. You don't try to solve your problems. You don't ask questions. You don't meditate. You simply become one with the silence. You dissolve into the peace. Your awareness expands, merging with the vastness of the desert, the immensity of the starry sky. You are everything, and you are nothing. You are simply present. This is the desert treatment. This is the art of sacred surrender. In this state of profound release, you are handing over your every care, your every question, to the infinite intelligence of the universe. You are letting go of the need to control the outcome, and you are opening yourself completely to receive divine guidance. You aren't giving up. You are giving it up to a higher power that has the perfect solution. As you rest in this inner desert, in this state of pure receptivity, the perfect solutions are being downloaded directly into your subconscious mind. The answers you've been seeking are being made clear. The creative ideas that will unlock your abundance are being planted in the fertile soil of your quieted mind. Imagine them as tiny, glowing seeds of light, being gently placed within you by a loving and visible hand. You won't need to remember them or write them down. When you awaken, they will simply be there. A new clarity will dawn. A sudden insight will appear as you go about your day. A quiet knowing of the perfect next step will be present. The divine work is being done for you in the perfect and holy silence of the desert of your soul. The third act of this deep reprogramming is speaking to the four winds. As you rest in this state of deep power and peace, you are now guided to stand. You find yourself at the very center of your own universe. You are the calm, still, powerful core of your reality. And from this place of divine dominion, you'll now send your word out to the four corners of your world to command your good to come to you. This isn't an act of ego, but a spiritual recognition of your role as a co-creator with the divine. You turn your awareness to face the north, the direction of the physical world, of manifestation, of the earth, the direction of winter, of rest, of deep roots. And from your soul, a command is heard, not with force, but with the quiet authority of truth. From the north, I call forth my tangible wealth, my homes, my lands, my physical supply. I call forth the feeling of profound security, of deep-rooted safety. I command all the substance of the earth that is mine by divine right to now take its perfect form in my world. My foundation is solid. My material world is a reflection of divine abundance. It is done. You turn your awareness to face the east, the direction of new beginnings, of inspiration, of the rising sun, the direction of spring, of new life, of fresh potential. And your soul speaks with joyful certainty. From the east, I call forth my divine ideas, my creative inspirations, my new and wonderful opportunities. I call forth the dawn of my new prosperity. I am open and receptive to the brilliant ideas that will flood my mind. Ideas that are the seeds of my fortune. The dawn of my abundance is here. Now it is done. You turn your awareness to face the south, the direction of growth, of passion, of the full power of the noonday sun, the direction of summer, of expansion, of radiant expression, and your soul commands with vibrant energy. From the south, I call forth the full and passionate expression of my joy, the rapid expansion of my good, and the successful fulfillment of my divine purpose. I call forth the energy to bring my ideas into glorious form. I call forth the visibility and recognition for my gifts. My success is now at its peak. It is done. You turn your awareness to face the west, the direction of harvest, of completion, of the peaceful setting sun, the direction of autumn, of gathering in, of receiving the reward. And your soul declares with grateful finality from the west, I call forth my multiplied returns, my completed demonstrations, and the joyful, abundant harvest of every seed of faith I have ever sown. I call forth all payments owed to me, all gifts intended for me, all returns on my investments of time, love, and energy. My barns are full and overflowing. My harvest is rich. It is done. Your word has now gone forth. It has been sent into every corner of creation. It is a spiritual law, a divine command, and a sacred instruction, and it can't return to you void. It must accomplish that for which it was sent. It is now, at this very moment, gathering your good from every direction, from every seen and unseen channel, and it is bringing it all home to you. This is the sacred work of the master player being performed in the deep and silent theater of your soul. As you sleep, the old is canceled and uncreated. The new is received in the holy silence, and the command for its swift and perfect appearance is sent forth with divine authority. Rest now, powerful Creator. Rest in the knowledge that the deepest work is now complete. Your inner world has been transformed. Your subconscious has been given its new, divine, and prosperous instructions, and your outer world is invited to respond to this new inner reality. The game has been played on the inside, and its results are now free to appear on the outside in right ways, right timing, and right order. And so it is. As the night deepens and the first gentle hints of dawn are still a distant dream, the final golden seal is placed upon this sacred work. All that you have heard, all that you have remembered, all that has been repatterned within the very fabric of your being now comes together in one glorious, unified, and unshakable reality. Imagine in this deep and peaceful state a soft, warm, golden light beginning to form high above you. It is a light of pure consciousness, of divine intelligence, of unconditional love. It is the light of completion. Slowly, gently, this light begins to descend like a soft, silent blanket of pure peace. It drifts down and gently covers your entire being, from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. As it touches you, it doesn't just cover you, it permeates you. This golden light is sealing in all the healing, all the clearing, all the reprogramming that has taken place tonight. It is locking in the new vibrations, the new beliefs, the new realities. It is placing a divine seal of protection around this sacred work, ensuring that no old thought, no old fear, no old pattern can disturb what has now been made new. Feel this sense of safety, of completion, of profound and holy finality. The work is done. The transformation is sealed. And within this golden light, a great integration is occurring. The 4 squares of your life are no longer separate corners of a game board you are trying to manage. They are now one seamless, interwoven, and radiant expression of your divine wholeness. Imagine 4 beautiful threads of light, each a different color, emerging from the center of your heart. A brilliant diamond-white thread of purpose. Feel it shimmering with the clarity and joy of your unique divine design. It is the thread of your why, the reason you are here. A vibrant emerald green thread of health. Feel it pulsing with the energy of life, of vitality, of radiant well-being. It is the thread of your sacred physical vessel, cleansed and restored. A soft rose-pink thread of love. Feel its warmth, its unconditional acceptance, its magnetic power of non-resistance. It is the thread that connects you to all of life with compassion and grace. And a rich golden thread of wealth. Feel its steady, peaceful hum of abundance, of sufficiency, of effortless and joyful supply. It is the thread of your divine inheritance made manifest. Now watch as these 4 threads begin to dance. They weave together in and out, over and under, creating a magnificent, luminous cord, a cord of divine wholeness. This is who you are now. You are no longer just a person seeking wealth. You are a being of integrated power, whose wealth is a natural expression of your purpose, your health, and your love. The tapestry of your new life is being woven from this strong, beautiful, and unbreakable cord. You are no longer just learning the rules. You are no longer just playing the game. You have begun to play as the winner. But let us, in this quiet space, redefine what it means to be a winner. The world has taught a definition based on competition, on struggle, on having more than someone else, on defeating an opponent. This is a game of the ego, and it is always exhausting, always leaving one feeling empty. That's not the game you've been learning to play tonight. The spiritual meaning of being a winner is something far more profound, peaceful, and powerful. To be a winner in the game of life is to achieve perfect harmony with your own soul. It is to close the gap between who you've been pretending to be and who you truly are. To be a winner is to live in a state of grace, where you are no longer pushing the river, but are being carried by its magnificent current to your highest good. To be a winner is to become a clear and open channel for the divine to flow through you, blessing the world with your unique gifts. This is true victory. It's not a victory over anyone else. It is the victory of your true self over the illusions of fear, lack, and separation. And this victory is now yours. It has been won for you tonight in the silent theater of your own soul. And what does it feel like to be the winner in the game of life? It is a feeling that's now being anchored into every cell, every atom of your being, becoming your new and permanent state of existence. Let us drift now on a gentle current through a day in the life of this new reality. Allow yourself to feel this not as a distant dream, but as an immediate and present truth. Imagine yourself beginning to awaken. The light in the room is soft and gentle, and before you even open your eyes, the very first thing you notice is a feeling of profound peace. The old familiar hum of anxiety, the mental to-do list that used to greet you upon waking, is simply gone. In its place is a quiet stillness, a sense of deep well-being. You take a long, slow, deep breath, and as you exhale, a feeling of gentle, joyful anticipation bubbles up from within. Not a frantic excitement, but a calm and happy curiosity about the day ahead. There's no heavy sigh of dread or obligation. There's only the quiet, powerful pulse of your purpose. You open your eyes, and the world looks different. The colors seem a little brighter. The air feels a little fresher. You swing your legs out of bed, and as your feet touch the floor, you feel a solid connection to the earth beneath you. You are grounded. You are centered. You are here. You know with every fiber of your being that the day ahead isn't a series of tasks to be endured, but a fresh, beautiful canvas upon which you'll joyfully express your divine design. You don't know all the details of what the day will hold, and that's the beauty of it. You are in a state of joyful expectancy, knowing that the universe has divine appointments for you, perfect opportunities, and delightful surprises in store. The old pressure to make things happen has been replaced by the joyful willingness to let things unfold. You move into your day, and you become aware of your body. Feel this now. A body that feels light, vibrant, strong, and full of boundless energy. The old aches and pains that were born of stress and resistance have faded away. The feeling of depletion or exhaustion is a distant memory. You feel the simple joy of movement, the way your muscles respond with ease, the way your joints move freely. You are at home in your body. It's not a source of pain, worry, or limitation, but a source of power, pleasure, and joyful expression. You prepare your first meal of the day, and you do so with love. You feel a natural, intuitive pull towards the foods that nourish and sustain you. You eat slowly, with gratitude, feeling the food transform into pure, vibrant energy within your cells. The battle with your body is over. You are now its loving partner, its faithful steward. This is the profound wealth of well-being, and it is now your constant and natural companion. You begin to interact with the world. Perhaps you speak with a family member, or a colleague, or a stranger at a shop, and you notice a profound shift in how you feel. The old defensiveness is gone. The need to be right is gone. The subtle judgment of others is gone. You are interacting from a place of deep, unconditional love and profound non-resistance. Your heart is open. You listen more than you speak. You seek to understand more than to be understood. You see the divine light in every person you meet, even if their behavior is challenging. Imagine a difficult situation arising, a conflict, a misunderstanding. The old you might have reacted with anger, with fear, with a need to defend your position. But the new you, the master player, simply breathes. You bless the situation silently. You meet the other person's energy not with a hard wall of resistance, but with a soft, compassionate space. You see the challenge not as a threat to your peace, but as an opportunity for your growth. You meet every person and every situation with a heart that's open, fearless, compassionate, and full of grace. This is the infinite wealth of connection, and it is your natural way of being. And you notice how the world responds to this new frequency. People soften around you. Problems dissolve, solutions appear effortlessly, and finally, you experience your day through the lens of wealth. This isn't about extravagance. It is about a profound and unshakable sense of ease and sufficiency. You feel the tangible, visceral reality of being an open and unimpeded channel through which the abundance of the universe flows freely, joyfully, and endlessly. Imagine yourself paying a bill. The old feeling might have been a pang of loss, a tightening of fear. But now you pay it with a quiet smile of genuine gratitude. You are grateful for the service it represents. You are grateful that you have the means to pay it. You release the money with a blessing, knowing that your source is infinite and the channel is always full. You feel the truth that what you give circulates and returns to you multiplied. Imagine yourself at a cafe, leaving a generous tip. You do it not for show, but from a genuine feeling of overflow, a desire to share the good that is flowing through you. You feel the joy of circulation. Imagine opening your mail or your email and seeing an unexpected check, a payment, a refund. The old reaction might have been shock or disbelief. The new reaction is a calm, quiet nod of recognition. Of course, your soul whispers, I've been expecting this. You receive it with deep and peaceful gratitude, not with frantic excitement, because this is your new normal. This is the tangible wealth of supply, and it is your divine and eternal birthright, purpose, health, love, wealth. These are not things you are trying to get. This is who you are now. This is the truth that has been fully awakened within you tonight. As these words provide the final, gentle current to carry you through the remainder of this peaceful, healing night, let this new reality solidify in your spirit. Let it become more real to you than any memory of lack, more powerful than any habit of fear, more true than any story of struggle. You are the master player. You are the conscious creator of your world. You are the living, breathing evidence of divine law in perfect and glorious action. The game was never about struggle. It has always been about remembrance. And tonight, you have remembered. You have remembered the power of your divine purpose. You have remembered the truth of your perfect health. You have remembered the magnetic magic of your unconditional love. And you have remembered the absolute certainty of your infinite wealth. So rest now. Rest in the victory that is already won. Rest in the peace that is already yours. The game has been played perfectly on the inner planes. The foundation has been laid. The commands have been given. The great cancellation is complete. Your only task now is to awaken in the morning or whenever your body is fully rested, and to walk with quiet confidence into the life that has been so beautifully and so perfectly prepared for you. To notice the signs, to welcome the shifts, to receive with an open and grateful heart the good that will now begin to flow to you from all directions in the most surprising and delightful ways. This new reality is now sealed within your subconscious mind. It is your new core program. It is your new identity. It is the truth of who you are. And this final, all-encompassing truth will be the last sound your soul hears before the morning light. Let it echo in the great and holy silence of your being. Becoming one with you, I play the game of life with mastery, grace, and joy. My health, my wealth, my love, and my perfect self-expression are now one, seamless, radiant, and magnificent reality. My life is the evidence of divine law in perfect action. I am a winner in the game of life. All is well. My good is here, and so it is.